eldarq.com.
Why I provide what he can't provide. He treat you wrong when I do you right. I text your phone when he won't reply. I'm making money while he getting high. You say that you tired of the back and forth. You looking for love, you know where to go. This way and baby, you know why. I know I'm not a sentimental guy, but I always know what to buy, and I always know where to fly you. Brazilian or maybe Cabo. No, I'm not Mexicano. Heart colder than Chicago. You always wonder what it cost me. To all the women that done lost me. Mouth quiet in the sound booth. Tell them, hold what you found, boo. You got a man, but he don't do you right. Just give your boy a chance. I swear I eat you right. Girl, you got that magic. Be confident you have it. Just tell them to leave you alone. And don't be so dramatic. I know that I'm an alpha, but I still couldn't be shit without you. Just close your eyes and hold up. I got something to show you. VVS is shining. It's as big as a moon. That nigga just don't deserve you. When you look at me, tell me what you see. I'm only doing what you allow me to. You hurtin', baby, I can say me too. You got something to say, I can say me too. You ain't what you claim to be. You fucking over him and you playing me too. And I just realized the truth. If I can take you from him, then you can be took from me too.
eldarq.com.
Why I provide what he can't provide. He treat you wrong when I do you right. I text your phone when he won't reply. I'm making money while he getting high. You say that you tired of the back and forth. You looking for love, you know where to go. This way and baby, you know why. I know I'm not a sentimental guy, but I always know what to buy, and I always know where to fly you. Brazilian or maybe Cabo. No, I'm not Mexicano. Heart colder than Chicago. You always wonder what it cost me. To all the women that done lost me. Mouth quiet in the sound booth. Tell them, hold what you found, boo. You got a man, but he don't do you right. Just give your boy a chance. I swear I eat you right. Girl, you got that magic. Be confident you have it. Just tell them to leave you alone. And don't be so dramatic. I know that I'm an alpha, but I still couldn't be shit without you. Just close your eyes and hold up. I got something to show you. Feeling is a shining. It's as big as a boulder. That nigga just don't deserve you. When you look at me, tell me what you see. I'm only doing what you allow me to. You hurting, baby, I can say me too. You got something to say, I can say me too. You ain't what you claim to be. You fucking over him and you playing me too. And I just realized the truth. If I can take you from him, then you can be took from me too.
What's up? What it is. I know it's pretty late. You know, I'm up and I'm just like, fuck it. Why don't I just do a show tonight? You know what I'm saying? I was gonna chill. I'm like, fuck it. Why don't I just do a show tonight? So what the show gonna be tonight is what most I would say a lot of black people ain't really even, I know they heard about, I don't even know if they heard about it. Cause I've been talking about it for a long time, but it ain't a lot of people that didn't even heard about it. It's called like the William Lynch letter. I don't know who's, if anybody heard about the William Lynch letter. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For those who don't know, the William Lynch letter is something that the slave owners, when they found out that they were going to buy slaves, this dude from, I think he created slaves in Jamaica first or something like that. And he was like this psychologist, and he wrote how to basically it was like a guidebook on how to keep slaves minding you, right? Which dude was a genius. I'm gonna be honest with you. Dude was a genius. The dude was a fucking genius, mastermind. But this is a lot of stuff that mostly, I would say, is geared mostly towards black women, because that's the way it would work. You know, you'll see it. So we're gonna watch a clip here, and then we're gonna go further into depth. I'm gonna actually look it up, and we're gonna go further into depth about this William Lynch letter. And like I say, it's basically, if I go buy a product and it has like an instruction manual. So basically it's like you're buying slaves and here's the instruction manual to get the slaves to do what they're supposed to do, which is do slaving activities. But it's a lot more into that than just doing slave activity. So we're going to talk about that a little. And I know a lot of black women don't want to hear about it, but it is what it is, because that's why we are how we are today, because of this, because of this. That's how they kept everybody enslaved, where the slaves wouldn't kill them. You know how you thought, man, it was like 500 slaves on a plantation. Why didn't they just unalive the slave master? Well, this is the reason why. It was a couple of things in place that they put in place. I believe the first thing that they had in place was you had to take their religion and their language and give them your own. That was like the first thing. Now, the other part, that's the most important part, is the capture of the woman, the black woman's mind. Well, they call it the nigger female. That's what they call it on the letter. But this is the most important part, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this. Let me see if I can get it in on here. Matter of fact, I can just go straight in through this one. Let me go back. Let me see here. We go into the Zoom one. Okay, we're going to go back. All right, let me move this over here so y'all can see it. Okay, so this is real important. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, this is very important. So y'all need to watch this and listen. Listen up and listen closely. Okay, this is very, very, very important for you to understand what this is about. All right. This is not a coincidence. This is not something that.
I want to read you something. It's called Breaking the Black Woman, or the African Woman. It says, take the female, run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way, because she is the most important.
Genuinely believe.
I want to read you something. It's called Breaking the Black Woman, or the African Woman. It says, take the female, run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way because she is the most important factor for good economics. If she shows any sign of resistance in submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to extract that last bit of B out of her. Take care not to kill her, for in doing so you spoil good economics. When in complete submission, she will train her offspring in the early years to submit to labor when they become of age. Understanding is the best thing. Therefore, we shall go deeper into this area of a subject matter concerning what we have produced here in this breaking process of a female nigger. We have reversed the relationships. And her genuine. I want to read you something. It's called Breaking the Black Woman, or the African.
Y'all just pay attention.
It says, take the female, run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way because she is the most important factor for good economics. If she shows any sign of resistance in submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to extract that last bit of B out of her. Take care not to kill her, for in doing so you spoil good economics. When in complete submission, she will train her offspring in the early years to submit to labor when they become of age. Understanding is the best thing. Therefore, we shall go deeper into this area of a subject matter concerning what we have produced here in this breaking process of a female nigger. We have reversed the relationships. In her natural uncivilized state, she would have a strong dependency on the uncivilized nigger male, and she would have a limited protective tendency toward her independent male offspring, and would raise the female offspring to be dependent like her.
Okay.
Nature had provided for this type of balance. We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence. By her being left alone unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reversed roles. For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent but physically strong. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offsprings to be psychologically independent. What have you got? You've got the nigger woman out front and the man behind and scared. This is a perfect situation for sound sleep and economics.
Okay, I don't know if y'all understood what this means. I don't know if y'all understood what this means, black women. What this means is that all that I'm an independent woman thing, you thought you just done that? You thought your mama just raised you that way for no reason? Right? You thought your mama just raised you that way for no reason. You thought your mama just didn't like men. You thought she just wanted, power or whatever. I don't know what you thought. but it's not. She was trained to be that way just like you are. Okay. This is what you call the William Lynch letter. Okay. For those who don't know what this is the William Lynch letter. We're going to look it up and we're going to read as best as I can. Okay. We're going to read it as best as I can. All right. Let's see. William. No, it's called the Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch letter. Okay, we're going to look up. Okay, let's see. The William Lynch letter. See if we can find it. Okay. The William Lynch letter, known as text. Okay, supported themselves, blah, 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 speak to the man, publish. Okay, now we got to find the actual letter. We're going to find the letter here real quick. And then we're going to read it. Okay. We'll just go PDF. Here we go. William Lynch letter PDF. Okay, here we go. This a little bit. The famous William Lynch gives a both African and Caucasian student. Okay, introduction. Okay, where considered debate during the college. Okay, introduction. Let's go down to untold story. Let's Make a Slave. Okay, this is what it's called. It's called Let's Make a Slave. All right. We're going to go here. We finna look at this. All right. You're going to zoom out so y'all can see it. It say, Let's Make a Slave. Let's move it over so y'all can see it more. Zoom back out a little bit more so y'all can see it. Okay, here we go. It's going to be called Let's Make a Slave. All right. Let's see if we can build a slave today. This is what it is. Now, let's go inside. Hold on. Let's go inside. Let's make it a little smaller. Think y'all can see that right there. Yeah, y'all should be able to see that. Make myself bigger so I can see what's going on here. All right. Make the little picture bigger. All right, now, here we go. Now, let's go through this and let's make a slave, all right? So, let's go to, here we go. Let's Make a Slave is a study of the scientific process of a man. Now, this is a real letter that they handed out to the slave owners. Okay, so don't think this is just, no, this is a real letter that they handed out to the slave owners when they bought the slaves in order to keep the slaves in check, however you want to call it. Okay, this is a real letter. Okay. Okay, let's make a slave. You get a slave and they give you this, like a pamphlet, right? You know what I'm saying? They give you a pamphlet, right? All right. Okay, so, all right, here we go. All right. So Let's Make a Slave is a study of a scientific process of man breaking and slave making. It describes a result of ideas and methods of ensuring the master and the slave relationship. Okay. Okay, here we go. The origin is developed, socially being. So basically, let's make a slave of it. Let's get to the other part. Okay. When you do this, when you do it with horse, break them from one form of life to another, that will, I gotta guide myself, it's small on here. We reduce them from their natural state and nature. So now look, you know how I always talk about a man's nature. Okay, this is how important this is. I'm always talking about a man's nature. See, the thing about it is we the only ones that don't think that nature matters. Everybody else know. Black people, we the only ones that think nature don't matter. Everybody else know this. This psychologist that wrote this, William Lynch, was a psychologist. When he wrote this, he knew what the nature of humans was. Not just you can do this to anybody. It ain't just black people. You could do this to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So you could do what he's doing right now to anybody. Okay? So see if he says nature, in the state of nature. You see what I'm saying? It provides them with a capacity that they're needing, the need of their offspring. We will break the nature and the independence. So you got to understand independence, and it creates a dependence of the state. So what you got to understand is that slavery, the way they did it, slavery is creating. It's all about the black woman, okay? 100%. It's all about the black woman. We're gonna get into it more. That's the main part, is the black woman. The reason why that is because men go out and work in the fields, and the woman take care of the kid. So the woman really installs the rules and regulations and how they want them to be. The woman really installs that, because the man is out protecting, providing, getting the food, doing this right. And the kid's first line of learning is coming from the mother, because she's the one always breastfeeding it. So she around it all the time. So she is the key to making these slaves, the black woman. So just like that video we just watched, black women have to understand that they've been played. Okay. So, and let me just find the part that I'm talking about. Okay, let's make a slave. Let's go to the part about the woman. Breaking the nigger, where is it at? That's literally like the first part. Okay, where is it at? Gotta find it. This shit is very long, y'all. It's real long. Okay, here we go. See if this is it. Oh, here we go. The breaking process of the African woman. Okay, the lady already read this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to go into the context of which, you know what I'm saying, which it is. Okay, we're going to go into the context, and we're going to stop at each line and break it down. All right. So we're going to do this. All right. So the breaking of the African woman. Okay. Okay. Then take the female and run a series of tests on her. Okay. So what this means is that we're going to try different things. Of course, we already know what running tests on, but just in this situation, we're going to take different things and we're going to see what does she react to and what she don't, because we got to understand who we're dealing with and what culture we're dealing with, right? We got to understand this. So this was very important. Test her in every way, because she is the most important factor for good economics. Okay, so like I told you, she's the black woman is the most important factor, not that she's the most important person, right? It's the fact that her role in the family dynamic and in nature, mothers usually in every nature, animals, everything. We are nothing but mammals. So in every nature like that, throughout nature, the female version is the key to, if you want to manipulate a culture, the female, because she's always around the kid. She feeds the kid. The father or the male version is always out doing this, protecting, and the woman is the one breastfeeding and makes, kind of puts the rules, installs the rule into the child or into the offspring. Okay. It says it's good economics. If she shows any signs of resistance, of submitting completely to you, okay, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to break the last bit of bitch in her. So if she got a mouth on her or something like that, or she's sassy or talks back, they're gonna beat you until you get it right, until you stop. Okay. Take not to kill her, because don't kill her. Okay. Don't do it and unalive her, right? Make sure that she's alive, because if you unalive her, then you're not gonna get the offspring to listen. So you bring new slaves in from Africa, or you capture them, because most black people was already here. So you capture them, and then you start this process, and all it takes is one generation. That's it. You take one mother that wasn't a slave, you do this process to her, and then she's gonna raise her kids to do the next, and then that's it. It's like an ongoing process. It's like it rotates on its own. It never stops. They said this would be for thousands, maybe tens of thousands of years, that this won't stop. So they're still doing this to this day. This technique, the William Lynch technique, is still in process today with black women. Okay. Don't kill her, for in doing so, you spoil good economics. So when in complete submission, she will train her offspring in early years. So like I say, she's going to train the offspring. So she can, like black women can train kids to hate the daddy, hate this, hate that. They can train the kid to do whatever they want them to do. They can train them to be president. They can train them to be a bum. They can train them to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? That's why most black kids right now are in prison. Okay. So in the early years, they'll submit to labor. So if you notice in the black race today, black women will raise their daughters and be like, you don't need a man, just go to work. So really the white man is the people she going to work for. So don't submit to the man at home. Submit to, like you say, to labor, right? So submit to the white man. Like seriously, they the ones own all the company and all the banking and all of that. So you're submitting to them still to this day. It's no different. All they did is take the slave off and then put work in and make you think you working for the money, and really you not. You just still doing the same thing. So it trains the kids to submit at an early age and make the kids submit. Okay. Understanding the best thing, therefore, we shall go deeper. Let's go deeper into the psychology of the black woman. Let's go deeper. Okay. Into this subject matter. Okay. The breaking process of the female nigger. When you have reverse relationships. So this mean, or let's see what they mean right here. So you have reverse relationships in the natural uncivilized state. She will have a strong dependency on the uncivilized male. Does this not seem like black women today? They having all of these kids with uncivilized men. To this day, they having kids with uncivilized men. Okay? All right, so black women today are having kids with uncivilized men. Like people don't know, this is the William Lynch letter. This was installed way back in slavery, and it's still happening to this day. They said that it would not change for tens, maybe of hundreds to tens of thousands of years, that if long as we keep having kids, the black woman is going to keep doing this. Now, this is called breaking of the nigger male. I mean, the nigger female. Okay. So she will grow a dependency on the uncivilized nigger man. So she's picking niggas that go to jail, that won't take care of their kids and stuff like that. So this, and she will have a limited protection. Like basically she won't like a man who's dependent, who's independent. Like a man who got his shit together, black women think that those men are sassy, that he trying to run me. I don't like men with money because they try to use money to control. They say anything that it is. So look, it says they would then have a limited protection tendency towards her independent male offspring, right? So they're going to raise the little boys and be dependent on the little boys, okay? And would raise her female offspring to be dependent on her, like her. So she's going to be dependent on the white people, like her. So basically, because when slavery was, they take the biggest, strongest black man, not the Bandingo, but they'll take one of the big black dudes and they'll tie him to a horse. They'll tie one arm to the other one in arms and feet, and they'll rip him apart in front of all the black women. This is what they did in slavery. They ripped the man apart in front of the black man apart in front of all of the black women. You know what I'm saying? So any man that tries to stand up and be strong, they take that man and they tear him apart in front of everybody, right? And then they sit there and when they do that, the woman is going to be scared to raise her son to be a strong dude. So she going to raise him to be soft because she fear for his life that any man that buck up, they kill him. So she raised him to be soft, but at the same time, this man still got to work hard. So she raised him to be real submissive. The man, she raised him to be, the black woman raised her son to be real submissive and like a girl and feminine, but she raised him to be like strong physically. And they do this to this day. That's why you see a lot of LeBron James all strong and big, but he praises his mama, okay? This is not me. This is the literal thing that we read and that they actually done to us in slavery, okay? So nature provides the time and the balance. So basically, like I say, every other race understands that we have to be in our nature. I talk about that all the time, okay? If you're not in your nature, you're going to be off. Ain't nothing ever going to succeed in your life if you're a woman and you outside of your nature. You're never going to get things done right. I promise you. Same thing if a man, if he outside of his nature, acting like a woman, doing stuff that women do, he's not going to ever be successful as a man. If you're a woman and you talk about you this and you the leader and you talk about that, you're never going to be successful. It's not going to happen. That's not your nature. You're going to, and see, this man called slavery and was able to enslave like millions of people just based on him knowing about nature. So we are mammals. That's what everybody got to understand. We are mammals. And if you understand that, you can understand the human psyche, okay? You know what I'm saying? If you understand that you are about nature, you can understand the human psyche, the psychological of the human brain. And that's what this man did, right? So it says when after that, they will we reverse the nature by burning and pulling the civilized. See, they take the guy that's civilized, meaning the hardworking man, the honest and the hardworking man that's going to do what he's supposed to do. Look, we reverse nature, look, by burning and pulling one of the civilized nigger apart and bullwhip the others to point of death. You see what I'm saying? So basically, they take the good man and the strong man that's gonna be there, and they beat him and pull him apart. And then the woman gets scared, and she gets scared for her son. So she's like, I'm not gonna raise him to be a good man. Because if I raise him to be a good man, they're gonna attack him. They're gonna get him. So literally they raise him in reverse roles. Okay, here we go. So by her being alone and unprotected, like the black woman say she's the most unprotected woman, you see how it's coming together now? All the stuff that we're talking about today, it was put in us, and you don't even realize it. Okay, by her being alone and unprotected with the male image destroyed. So black women, if you notice, they say black men ain't shit. Okay, if you notice, black women say that. So the black women think the black men ain't shit. Okay, so you gotta understand, this is not a coincidence. So the black male was destroyed, and they still do this to this day. So that's why if you ask a black man about racism, his story is gonna be different from a black woman, right? A black man is the threat. Like I say, this is showing you. right? They use the black woman to mess up all the situations and mess up the black community. They use the black woman, and then all you got to do is just give her stuff, and she won't even acknowledge it. That's all you got to do is give her stuff, and she don't even acknowledge that she being used. You see what I'm saying? You know how they say, this is a saying they used to say. If you want to keep knowledge from a nigga, a black man, you put it in a book. Everybody heard this. This is the saying. This is the white saying. If you want to keep knowledge from a black person, a black man, you put it in a book, because black men usually don't read because we wasn't supposed to read back in the day. But then if you want to keep knowledge from a black woman, you just give her $1. That's it. You give her some money, and you give her some money without the black man having to do with that money going in there, and she gonna do everything you need her to do. This is true. They use this technique right here. This is how they enslaved us. Okay, this is not me saying this. This is a actual William Lynch letter that they used to enslave us. This is what they use when people bought slaves. They give this to them to show them how to make they slaves not kill them at night. Okay, so they destroy. So wait, by her being alone and unprotected with the male nigger image destroyed. Okay, it causes her to move in a psychologically dependent state, frozen, in an independent state. So if you listen, black women always saying that I'm an independent woman. And what you got to realize, people that are dependent, this ain't just a woman and a man thing. People that are dependent cannot be with a person that is dependent. You can't do that. Two broke people can't talk. Okay? Two broke people can't be together. Right? You know what I'm saying? Two broke people can't be together. So if a black woman is independent, she's gonna search for a man that's dependent. You dig what I'm saying? So black women, because I know I'm pretty well off, and black women have told me that I am too well off. I'm too well put together, or they'll call me stuck up or something. Right? They'll say you're stuck up. See, they're trying to create something in their mind. They don't even understand why they're doing it, why they don't like the well put together black man. So, and I'm telling you, I've on this show, I've had white women and everybody else call in, and I asked them, have you ever met a black man that won't work, that don't get up, go to work? The white women and the Mexican, they'll say no. They'll say no. Every man I know, they get up and go to work. How is it? You got to understand, it's psychological. How is it that black women seem to find this, that men ain't shit? How is it that they seem to find these men, man after man after man after man after man after man? It's because it's burned into their brain. They don't even understand. Their mama taught them to be that way by telling them to be independent. You're going to automatically want somebody, because people who are independent, right? I'm by myself. I can be strong. I'm this and that. I'm this and that. You're not gonna want somebody stronger than you around you. So you're gonna choose somebody who's beneath you. Okay, that's what this is about. This is nature. This is not me. This is nature. If you are a strong person, you're automatically gonna want somebody weaker. Like, that's why men like short, little sweet, women, because we're strong. So we want the opposite. We want a weak person. So if we want a woman, we don't want women to be yelling, to be disrespecting us, stuff like that. We don't want that, because we're strong. Okay. So when women try to be strong and they say, I'm a strong, independent woman, they literally killing themselves. They literally don't even understand this. That's why they will never pick the right man, because they're not, by saying that you're independent, you're going to want a dependent man. That's automatic. Okay, so let's go. Let's keep reading. It causes her to move in a dependent, frozen state. And let's see. She will raise her male and female offspring in reverse. So she's going to raise him in reverse, because he's going to raise her daughter to be just like her. Now, don't that sound familiar? What's going on in today's time? Black women raise their daughters. You go to college, you get an education. Don't worry about no man. Don't you worry about no man. You go get an education, and don't understand that you're teaching them the work, just like it said at the top. If you do this and you make them reverse their roles, it's going to make for good economics for the white society. This is what happens. You raise your daughter to be like, you go to college, don't worry about a man. You go get your money. You be independent and strong. That means automatically you're not going to want a man in your life because a man's going to be strong. And you're going to want, because men possess, and the reason why the woman, you can do this to the woman, because men possess actual strength. We possess actually physical strength, not an illusion strength. Women have a delusion strength. And see, when you have that, then you don't want actual strength around you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you rich, like if you pretending to be rich, you don't want to hang around people who really got money because it make it look like you fake. You know what I'm saying? So when women, you see what I'm saying? So when women say I'm strong, they don't want an actual man around them because men are actually strong. Men are actually strong, so they don't want that around them. That's why they like soft men. They want men to, that's why black women love white men. Why? Because white men, if you ask any woman on this planet, who is the most dominant male on the planet and who has the most masculinity, they're going to say black men, 100%. That's what they're going to say. Every woman on the planet, and even black women know. Black women know that we're the most dominant, the most strongest man on the planet. Every woman knows this. So when you date a white man, that's because you want a submissive man. If you would ask who's the softest male on the planet, you would say white. So why is it that black women like white men? Because the white men, they say, oh, white men give you what you want. Listen to that. Listen to that. White men give you what you want. That's soft. A man is going to protect you and tell you where you're wrong and don't do this. And he going to do what's right, not what you want. That's what men do. Okay, so you say going to let's continue. So because she has become psychologically dependent, she will train her female offspring. Hold on. Let's go back to this. She will psychologically train him to be mentally weak. So like I say, that's why you can tell when a man is raised by a single mother, because he's going to be mentally weak. He ain't going to want to work hard. He's not going to be this. He's not going to be that. He's going to be soft. He's not going to be dominant at all. He's going to be weak. Other men going to laugh at him. Every time you see a woman with a single woman with no men around, that son is so weak. That's what what women call mama's boys. And they never get a man. The mama raised him like that. And he going to be with her the whole life. She going to be, the mama's going to be with the son the whole life. So he's dependent on the mother, right? But she raises the daughter. Let's see who this is. Yeah, you in there? Go ahead. Yeah, if you can join in. There you go. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, whoever it is, you can unmute yourself. You can talk. You talking? Yeah, whenever you're ready, you can unmute yourself and come in. I'm gonna continue. So what that is she's raising her son to be that way, right? A lot of times nowadays, a lot of women raise their kids and they become like son husbands, right? Like you date a woman and her son is always around and this and that. She raised him to be that way. He ain't never gonna leave. He's gonna be a piece of shit. He's never gonna take care of a family. None of that. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, so and because she has become psychologically dependent, she will then train her daughter, her female, which is her daughter, offspring, to be psychologically independent. Okay, so she's gonna raise her daughter to be independent minded. Okay, So that's why you got all of these girls talking about I'm going to school. I don't need no man. Forget that. Da, da, da. They don't even understand. They out here by themselves. They not going to make it. They can try to make a little change, but that's why they so driven on being independent. They're like I've never seen. It's crazy. They want to be independent so bad. And this is why. Okay, here. Okay. Yeah, I can turn you off, buddy. But anyways, there you go. There you go. Anyways, yeah, brother, you can't come in here because it's a waiting room, so I know who you are. So anyways, so here we go. But I appreciate you coming in anyways, even if you coming to talk shit. Here we go. You've gotten the nigger woman out front and the man behind, scared. Okay, so you got the woman up front, just like now. Women want to be ahead of men. Okay, and that's not gonna work, because if people come into the house to do something and the woman's up front, then it's gonna fall. The whole everything's gonna collapse. The man has to be up front to do the protecting and the provision and the leading. That's why the roles are reversed, and that's why the black culture is all messed up. Okay, so the woman, the nigger woman out front, and the man behind scared. This is a perfect situation for sound and sleep economics. So this is why when black people buy stuff, they buy it and the money never stays in the culture, because the women is the lead. Women lead the black culture. Women do. Okay. So that's why a lot of men, they chasing after these women. They doing this, they doing it. That's why women are all like out of control. The black woman. This is just real. And as you see, this is not this is by design. The black woman is out of control because it's by design. This was created. This ain't something that's just happened. This is created, right? So before the breaking process, we have to alert on guard at times. So before they did this, before William Lynch came in and gave them this, the slaves were waking up unaliving the slave owners. So when slavery first started, the slaves were coming in and unaliving the slave owners. And then that's when they hired this psychologist that did slavery over in Jamaica and all of that. He came over and brought these rules over here. This Frenchman, he brought these rules over here to America. And after they did this, all it took was one generation, and it spinned on the top by itself. So all you got to do is install it one time, and then the woman will keep it going. Because she'll tell the female, she'll tell her daughter to do the same thing, and so on and so on. You independent, you single, you independent, you single, you independent, and they keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? You raise your son to be soft. That's why you got a lot of gay black men. You got a lot of gay black men. People ain't born gay. They want y'all to think that, oh, the dude is born gay. And then if you look at the father say, no, I don't want my son to be gay. What would the mama say? The mama will tell you that I accept him the way he is. I will accept him the way he is. That's what she'll say. All black mothers will say, I will accept my son the way he is. I accept my daughter the way she is. That's why you see a whole lot of black studs out here. Whole lot of black women trying to be over masculine, acting like men. Why? Because this right here. Okay, this ain't no coincidence. If y'all think this is a coincidence, y'all are stupid. Y'all are idiotic. Y'all are stupid. Stupid. This is not a coincidence. Y'all are dumb if y'all think this is a coincidence. Okay, so before the breaking process, they had to be on guard at all times. Now we can sleep sound. For out the frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. Oh my God. Look. So oh wow. I didn't read that part. Jesus, dude. So this is the white man saying before, look here, before. Let me zoom in for y'all. Let me zoom in to make it closer. Let me make my picture smaller, man. And I'm going to zoom in to people can see this, man. I just read this, man. Oh my God, I didn't see that part. Wow, I didn't see that part. I really didn't. Okay, it says before William Lynch came and put the William Lynch letter in the breaking of the nigger woman in process. Before the process, we had to sleep on guard at all times because the nigger man would come in and kill and unalive him. But now we can sleep soundly, for out of a frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. He cannot get past her. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. So, oh my God. Wow, dude. Wow. So, wow. So the black woman stands guard. Oh my God. That's happening to this day. Oh my, that happens to this day. Oh my God. Oh wow, dude. So the black woman stands guard for the white man. So the black woman keeps the black man down. Oh my, wow. He is a good tool now, ready to be tied to the horse at a tender age. By the time the nigger boy reaches the age 16, he is soundly broken in and ready for life effective work. I have to zoom in on this on mine. The reproductive of the unit is good labor force. So basically, the woman raises the boy to work hard and not to talk back and not to try to rise up to try to go hurt the slave master. So she raised him to be soft. Wow. Oh my God. Through the breaking process, through the breaking of the civilized niggers, by throwing the nigger female savage into the frozen psychological state of independency, by unaliving the protective male image, by creating a submissive, dependent-minded nigger male savage. So basically, the mama raises him to be independent and submissive. Like I said, now I haven't read it this far, so I'm reading this with y'all. So the mama raises the boy to be soft, like they still do to this day. Raise him to be soft. Okay, they still do this to this day. This is still very much going through the system of the black community. 100%. This is 1,000%. The way that the black community is raised to this day. We have created, that's what I was saying. So we have created a cycle that'll just turn on the axle forever. Not my bad. I thought it said 100. I thought it said 100 years. It says it'll turn on the axle forever, meaning this will never stop. Oh my God. Wow. This will never stop. All right. This will never stop. The only way, the reason why it don't stop, because this is nature. Okay, nature says when you give a woman power, she won't give it back. So the black woman will never let her power go. She will always want to be in control of the child. She will always want to be in control of the black community. She will always want to be known as strong and independent. So that's why it's going to continue. Now, if all black women get together and say, you know what, I don't want to be strong, I'm not independent, I'm not strong, I'm not this, I'm not that, then it automatically falls. It won't spin no more, it'll fall. But the chance of that happening is not going to happen. Black women are going to keep wanting power. They're going to keep liking white men. They're going to keep thinking black men ain't shit. They're going to keep raising the men that they hate. They're going to keep doing it. It's going to turn forever. Oh my God. Okay, take the case of two economic slaves unit. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. Okay, the Negro marriage unit. Okay, I have never read this. We breed 2 nigger males with 2 nigger females. Then we take the nigger male from them, keep them moving and working. So take the male, take the husband from the wife and keep him working. Okay, say one nigger female bears a nigger, this crazy me saying it the way nigger, bears a nigger female, and the other bears a nigger male. Both nigger female being without the influence of the nigger image, which is the man image. So leave the female off by herself with no image of a man and no image of a strong person around her. Froze with the independent psychological. Okay, so froze with independent psychological. Okay, will raise the offspring in reverse positions. We already talked about that. Okay, the one with the female offspring will teach her to be like herself, independent and knowledgeable. With her thought, herm and her will the ones under the nigger male offspring, she will raise him to be mentally weak, physically. We already talked about that. All right. Now, a few years when these offspring become fertile, we will mate them. Okay, so this is they doing the same thing over and over again. Okay, they just, like you say, that's the axle. They're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. So as you see that the black women, as you see that this is not, you're not independent. Okay, you're not independent. You're not independent. You're not strong. You're in the place of what they want you to be. You're not independent. You're not strong. You shouldn't want to be. Okay? This is very sad. You're not independent. You're not strong. You're exactly where they want you to be. That's why, man, this is crazy, dude. And the fact that most black women have never read this or they don't even know it exists, this is crazy. The fact that most black women don't even know that this exists. And you know what? Even if they knew, they still wouldn't care. That's why it's going to continue, because even if they knew, they still wouldn't care. They would still want the position that they have. Knowing that it's going to destroy everything, she would still want the position. Even she knows that it's going to destroy her grandma, grandkids, and grandkids after that, but they still want the position of known that they're in power. They think that they're in power. So if you notice, now if you look at the stuff that's going on in the world with all of these major, like I say, the independent, meaning the successful nigger man, black women will help bring him down like they did all of these rappers and musicians. Black women are the ones that help bring them down. Yes. Black women are the ones that bring them down. Look here, man. They use social media for a whole lot. Okay, now if you look at Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, look at how all the women, even though they knew the case and they knew that the girl was supposed to have did that to Megan Thee Stallion, black women still support Megan Thee Stallion. They defend and say, fuck him, send him to jail. Why? Because he's a successful man. And they don't like that. But a woman will stand up for a dude fresh out of jail. She'll stand up and go up to bat for this dude. I'm ride or die. So you got to understand this stuff is still going on to this day. And I asked a question about a couple of shows back. I said that if anybody can tell me what goes on, what the Chinese man does in his household, I will give you $500 right now. If anybody can call in and tell me what the Chinese man does in his household, I will give you $500, and I'm a man of my word. If anybody can tell me what the Chinese or the Indian or even the white man, if you can tell me what any race man does in his household and give me some of his flaws that he has, I will give you $500. Anybody call in and tell me one flaw of any other race man. Just give me one. You know why you're not gonna get that money? Because the women in their culture are not out to get them and don't take them down. That's why. That's why. The women in their culture do not say that they ain't shit. The women in their culture don't take their kids away from them and put them on child support. The women in their culture they don't go out of their way to make sure everybody know the bad stuff that they do. The women in their culture wouldn't take money to put them out of the house like the black woman did. The women in their culture wouldn't raise the kids to be soft like little boys, like little girls and stuff. Wouldn't raise their sons to be soft and raise their daughters to be all independent. It's not going to happen. You're not going to get the money. You're not going to be able to tell me nothing that goes on in another household besides black. So you got to understand, black women tell everything about a black man. And they most of the time they lie. They'll lie. So everybody walking around thinking that the black woman make more money than the black man. Everybody think that. Everybody think that the black woman Everybody think that the black woman makes more money than the black man. And you know why that's still going on? You know why that people are still listening to that? You know why people still believe that? You know why? Because black men wasn't bred to talk down about the black woman. We wasn't bred that way. So we don't even tell the truth about black women. We suffer in silence. Black men, we don't even tell the truth about black women. We don't even tell the truth. That's why black women are so unruly, because we don't tell the truth about them. So a black woman can do this. And matter of fact, most men don't tell on women anyways. That's why a lot of people think that men are worse than women, when really women are way worse than men. The only reason why you think that men are worse than women is because women tell and men don't. Men don't tell. Okay? Men don't tell. Men don't tell. So if I'm with a woman and I cheat on her, she gonna tell everybody. She gonna tell everybody. She gonna try to contact the woman. She gonna try to tell everybody. But when a woman cheats on a man, that man don't say nothing to nobody about nothing. We'll sit there and suffer in silence. And they like that. They like that because they can continue this myth that they're the most educated. They can continue this myth that they make more money than us, when really we make like $50,000 more than them per year. And that's why they go to school, to get educated so they can hold on to that myth. And that's why William Lynch was right. It's going to turn on its axle all the time, because the moment you give a woman power, she will never give it away. She will never give it away. She will never give that power away. Never. Okay? So that's why it's going to continue to turn on the axle. Okay? So I appreciate y'all for listening. We're going to finish the letter. So where we stopped at? Okay, we stopped here. So this one we're going to continue next time. But yeah, man, that's what it's about, man. We got to know what's really going on. But really, black women, y'all need to know. Black men, we suffer through it every day. We know already. Okay? Black men, we already know. Black women, Y'all are giving things to keep y'all working for them. Y'all are giving things. Y'all are giving child support. Y'all are giving food stamps. Y'all are giving housing. Black men, you can't get none of that. So you got to think about this. This is the last point I'm gonna make. So this is how you know it's still going on and the process is still going on. So I don't know if people know. My mom was on housing when I was a kid. I don't know if y'all, when I spoke my life story, my mom was on housing. And then when I turned like 16 or something, I had to get out of the house because I was considered an adult, right? So I had to get out of the house. So I was staying around. Most of my friends didn't even know because I was just popping around and we was all around everybody's house anyways. Most of them didn't even know I was, out on the streets. But my sister and them could stay on housing until they was like 24. I had to leave at 16. I had to leave at 16. My sister and them was able to stay on housing until like the age of 24. Does that not sound like the William Lynch letter is still in effect? Take the nigger dude and put him out on his own and raise the woman right there next to you until she can redo the same process over again? This is the William Lynch letter, right? The welfare department is the William Lynch letter. It's literally the William Lynch letter. The welfare department is the William Lynch letter. It is the William Lynch letter. Yes. So all you women that are on welfare and y'all made that y'all lifestyle, y'all are living in the William Lynch letter to this day. It is what it is. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Just make sure y'all click the like button or something and go ahead and follow what I do. Just go ahead and follow what I do. Push the love button. Push some hearts. Throw some hearts out there for me. And then, I appreciate y'all for watching. And hey, we're gonna continue this tomorrow. We're gonna go ahead and continue it tomorrow. But I appreciate y'all for watching and all the love y'all giving me. Make sure y'all like it. If I'm doing too much cussing for y'all to share it, just like the video or something like that. That'll be good enough. Just like it or something like that. And I appreciate y'all. Yeah.